Hi guys, and welcome to a very special reading I'm doing on a King of Pentacles, which in this case is the King of Coin. Long story short, I have done some stalker readings now, which have been very complex, and I keep picking up on one particular person. I can't access them in those readings, so now I am looking. I don't know if... let's see if this is this guy, right? He has shown up and he's been for quite some time. He's a King of Pentacles, picking him out as a King of Coins. We're looking into him. This is a complete spy reading. I normally don't do spy readings because I just don't, but I'm doing an exception here. We're looking into this guy. So I don't know if this is your energy or someone you're dealing with. I don't know. We're just looking into him, okay? We're asking, what is it? Who are you? Are you here for the better? Are you here for annoyance? What are you here for? And then when I was doing some shufflings, because I was doing it, I got this. This came out when I was lifting up my archetypes, and I got this. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if this is him, because this is the castle showing up in reverse with this here is someone who has gotten to. Yeah, that's when he shows up like this. Is that someone here who's in their power? In their power. Let me read this guy to you when he's in like that. Well, we don't know. We're going to see if this is him. I just want to read him to you. He's been showing up for some time, and I always thought, all right, now he's gonna show up, but he never really shows up. He always misses the point. All right, this card could, when he's in reverse, could reveal that you are acting against your own best interest where money and health or matters are concerned. You may be spending a bit too much and not conscious about what is really important. Beware of your choices. It could also be a warning of a self-absorbed or dismissive man who may be out for his own advancement, even at the cost of your own. Be conscious of the critical or demanding men around you, and always remember that you alone determine who has the real power in your life. When he is in the right, upright, he could be a wealthy man from work, blah blah blah. I don't know. And that in that case, it's about being open to the support of this man. I don't know. We're going to look into it, okay? I can't figure him out. It's like he's an investor. Okay, so we're looking into him. Who are you? Let's ask first and foremost, who are you? Show me something about you. Remember, take what you want. This is a special reading I'm doing. I normally don't do these readings. Who are you? The Four of Wands. He's a weird one. That's what I got for you. Four of Wands, King of Swords in the reverse, and the Ten of Cups. He's weird. Why is he weird to me? Because he is... Alright, first I got was that he's at home. Or he's waiting for you. Waiting for you to come home. He doesn't have that much empathy. He can be really cold. But there's also happiness with him. He wants to be happy with the people that he's with. Right? He's actually not that bad. But let's see. The heart in reverse. He's got a closed heart. He's very judgmental, and I got the Capricorn right here. So he could be a Capricorn. In that case, he's... Alright, let me just jump into that energy, because I know that energy. That is someone who could be cold, cynical, slightly judgmental. But he wants it for the benefit of all. And typical, he is very much concerned about money. But his heart is closed. That's what I get with him. The thing about this guy is that his heart is closed. That's why he got the King of Swords. Sorry, I'm trying to figure more about him. So he's not a bad guy. But he could act in a way in which he feels as though he knows more. And then he becomes closed off or not that compassionate. He could be a ghoster, by the way. He may ghost just for the sake, because it's easier for him. He doesn't really have this understanding that how his action may affect other people. Still looking at this guy. Yeah, he's very judgmental. Show me more about him. And then we're looking into why he keeps you more about. Show me more about him. He has the fish. And the swan. He changes his direction a lot. Now we're going from Capricorn to Pisces energy. Well, in all cases, he's someone here who changes his direction. He's very much to go with the flow, to just be in the moment, but he's got to be careful not to lose sight of where it is that he's going. But he doesn't, when he shows up as someone here who has money, right? He oughtn't do that. He should know where it is that he's going, because he has managed to create a fortune for himself or stability for himself. May even have a good home here. I may even have people around him that care a lot for him, and he does show up as wanting that. But if he's very much go with the flow, he lives a lot in the present moment. And I'm questioning, how can you build up a fortune without having long-term goals? In that case, it could be some sort of an inventor or something, where you invent something very quickly and you get a quick money fix on it. But let's see more about him. What is his context right now? He is attached to something. He's attached to anxiety. And he has, boom, this in reverse, yin and yang. Oh God. Sorry, it was just not this guy. Not this guy again. I know these energies. I'm probably reading for 45% of all men right now. No, God, that was mean. But we get here a man who has anxiety in him, and he's hurt on his root chakra. So that could probably make him a little greedy, and he has closed off of his emotions, because the reason why he has this closed off heart is that he is not there in his emotional development. Something here could have happened in his own childhood, where he had to learn the hard way to survive. That is the root chakra in the reverse, is that when you have to survive. You are operating from a karmic place, actually. Because you're just living day by day by day. You don't see long term. That's why if people who work with the chakras, when they do healing on themselves and they work with the chakra narrative, or they are in that, they use the chakras, they meditate on the chakras, or whatever they do with the chakras. The first place to start is the bloody root chakra. It doesn't work working on your third or this chakra here if you don't have a proper root chakra. Because the root chakra is what keeps you grounded. That's basically, it's the first need in the pyramid of needs. It's the first one. It's the red one. It's the food, shelter, water. It's the basic needs. It's the basic. It's basically the basics, right? It's like working on opening up your chakras, and you don't know what you need. You want to look into the future, but what are you looking for? You can't, because you're not grounded. So you start seeing fantasies. And then you have all these people out there saying, don't work on your third chakra because it will make it so scary. Yeah, you know why it's scary? It's because you're not grounded. When you're grounded, it's not scary. The root chakra is so bloody important. And in that's the chakra, right? In all cases, it's about just having a firm understanding of yourself. It's also, by the way, that of being able to have a shelter over your head, have a bed at night, have food at night. People who are poor, people who are literally poor, it's easy for some, well, depends on how they are poor, right? But if you don't have food for the next day, if you are literally starving, if you don't know if you're going to live tomorrow because you don't know if you're going to be mocked or you're going to have food, that's the root chakra in reverse. It's shelter, it's food, it's safety. So you can take that mentality and apply to someone who is in a wounded root chakra. Even if they have all the shelter and they have all the food, you will notice that they are always gathering and gathering and gathering because they are afraid of losing it. They are in this, what if I don't have tomorrow? What if it all disappears? So they become very self-centered. It's very karmic in nature. That is the self-centered. That is not having grown up or having had safety. It could, of course, also be not having had emotional safety. That's the second chakra. But in this case, it could be someone who moved around a lot when they were a child. They didn't have a safe base. They didn't know if they were gonna wake up tomorrow and the entire world was gonna be crashed down. So they learn to hold on. They become cold. That's where we have this heart. And then we have attachment to anxiety. That's the anxiety of living in the future, anxious about the future. You only look so far ahead. You only look until next week, 2 weeks, maybe maximum a week or two, 1 year, 2 year. You don't look ahead of 10 years. It's too much. That requires a calmness. That requires a feeling of safety. To look forward ahead, you gotta feel safe. Focus. I was just being thrown into a cultural awareness. If any of you want to know about, I'm from Scandinavia, right? People like to praise Scandinavia. Don't. But we have what we call a welfare state. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Don't let anyone... It's a long story about that. I'm not going to sit here and preach about it because this is the culture I'm raised in. I know my culture. And I also know when I see other people portray the culture, I'm like, you don't know what they're talking about. We have a history. This is our culture. It's just because I have seen some Americans over there say praise the Danish or the Scandinavian model, and I'm sitting here as a Scandinavian saying, yes, but it works in our country. It works here, and sometimes, not always, but there's a reason for that. Is because we have like centuries of history with this, and we still have conflicts with it. You can't just take that model and apply it onto countries that don't have that same cultural mentality. I'm sorry, but long story there. But in the state that it's welfare state here, one of those mechanisms that are here in my country, I probably have it in different forms in other countries, is that something called benefits checks or something to help people not fall too much into this place, right? I don't know why I got onto that, but I did. But those, for instance, those checks are only for the basics, right? Let's say that we live in a culture now where basics means that you gotta be able to give your children Adidas sneakers for Christmas. Those benefit checks won't bloody provide that. But then we're going into something about polarized societies. I know this is tarot and they're not about to talk about that, but they do have a significance because we do live in environments and the people become who they become based upon how they're conditioned in childhood, but also by their surroundings, right? And if we have societies that are always about more and more and more and more and more and more, you're going to foster this wound for those who can't live up to it. You can't live that luxurious life on a paycheck from Walmart, but you bloody hell can survive and have a happy life, right? But you know, that's depends on how much pressure we put on each other. This guy has money. But he's still in a mentality of it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. What? Is he? He's been pressured. The heart is closed. This is forgetting. He's forgotten what's important. And for him, there's something about it being attached to a home. Right? And he may have this. It's important for him to have these people with him. Sometimes he may wonder why people are with him, especially if he has money, right? But he's very flexible. Like, why are people here? He's been brokenhearted in terms of the people we deal with. He's had his heart broken. He may also have, therefore, a significant trust issue. He may have an abandonment issues. He really could be a Capricorn. But he definitely has a dark side here. Or Taurus. Could be an earth sign. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Fire, earth, water, whatever. Now let's go into it and see what is it that... He may also have been in relationships with a woman here that was with him for the money. It's like he's so used to it. Maybe he doesn't watch it. Right. What is his importance? Why do he keep showing up here? Why? Oh, okay. Whew. Is he the Emperor? Well, then he's definitely the Emperor in the making. Well, he is Emperor. He just doesn't know it. Oh, he's a little bit of an idiot. No. Yes, he is. Why? Why do I get that he takes information from someone who's jealous? I don't know, we will see. Why is he showing up? Because he's the Emperor. With the 2 of Swords and the 9 of... He's the Emperor. I don't know he's the Emperor. He knows he's the Emperor, but he doesn't. He knows he's the man. He doesn't know he's the Emperor. What do I mean? But it's a fun thing. He knows he's the man. I don't even know what that means. He knows he's the man. He doesn't know he's the Emperor, and that's because the Emperor is healed in his root chakra. This is the Emperor without his Empress. Oh, it sounds so. All of those narratives I don't want to engage with. But what I mean is that this is the Emperor without the connection to the feminine side. His heart is closed. In this narrative, I'm gonna point towards something I have actually seen, is that I have seen very strong men from previous generations who are grown up. They are very great providers. They are great fathers and all of that. But what makes them great fathers tends to be because they have married also a woman that has that Empress in her, who has the mother. Without her having those mother qualities that are very compassionate, with that strong explosion of empathy, he becomes stone cold. He wouldn't know how to deal with his children. He relies so much on that woman. I'm not joking. This is something I have seen. I actually talked about it with my friend because we were looking at not just our own observations, but also there were more couples, and they were not in our generations. They were generations back, right? But we were seeing these patterns of what made the difference in certain parenting relationships, where some fathers appear to be more cold. Although they were just like the other father, they had the same traits, they behaved the same way. The difference was the mother. The difference was how strong was the woman he was with, right? Meaning that he became a better father with a strong mother. It's that teamwork that was there. That was something we came to look at. Because that woman would kind of like tell him to, I don't know, she was like a mediator sometimes. I would portray as a mediator, or kind of reminding him of, you don't talk like that to your children. you go to the shed there, and then you go cold there. We go. There was like moms will be this mediator. But then the bloke also, the father was also good. Anyway, long story. So it was just this teamwork here, right? So what I meant was that he doesn't have his Empress, meaning that he doesn't have that sidekick, right? Sidekick, they complete each other. Without it being like this union that's toxic or anything, it's just this teamwork you have in terms of raising children. In this case, it may be the teamwork we have with the people around us. Good friends, just even that kind of help us pinpoint out certain things we don't see about ourselves. That's why people who live too much alone and who become too self-centered because they don't have anyone to pinpoint off, even friends or colleagues, people who are single and they don't talk with anyone. They can, it's just another hypothesis, become a bit too self-centered if they are not very reflective of themselves, and then make sure that they go out and they talk with other people at least sometimes. So I don't know, they become too much me. Because they forget what it's like to make compromises. Right? Life is a bloody journey of compromises. And learning and forgiving and fucking up and then apologizing and saying, all right, we try again. In a me culture, it's very blunt, it's very cold. That's the Emperor when he's in the reverse bar. I don't know where that came from for him. It's just, it's like he's lacking this. But why is he showing up? Because he doesn't quite know which direction to take. He doesn't know which direction to take. Here we have the Two of Swords. I have a feeling this is going to be a stalker very soon. Again, he doesn't know which direction to take. Doesn't know what to think. Why is he showing up? The Ocean. His options have been limited right now. It's like Three of Swords there to the Two of Swords. Two of Wands. He's back to the drawing board here. My God. Two of Wands, the Tower, and the Ten of Swords. It's like he has a choice to make now. And just when he's about to make a decision, something here is gonna strike him out of nowhere. Which is going to be interesting. He is see, that's the thing. He is connected to his emotions. They are there. He's just trying to push them away. Why is he trying to push them away? We are 24 minutes in. I'm sorry, guys, but it's very curious. 45 minutes, would that be a good? I know I do long readings, but for me to really dive into these things, it takes time, guys. Show me, why is he... What is in that ocean behind him? He doesn't want to see it. Damn it, does he want to see it? This is a strong masculine. He does connect to it because he does have it as important to him to have people around him, right? Why is he so... Why doesn't he want to open up? Let's see what's in that ocean behind him. No. I knew it. You idiot. Oh, you idiot. Knight of Wands in the reverse, the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. What if it's not good enough? He can't commit. He may be very handsome and all that, or he can't commit because he has other options here. And he's always in that state where he's lacking, right? So this is what happens. This is I don't know what happened in the past, how he grew up, but he is in that wounded root chakra where it's, even though he has it in him to be this emperor, he's always, what if? What if this is not good enough? What if this is not safe? I have other options. This is not the one. The next one is the one, but this is not the one. He can't water the grass. He's in that, the grass is green on the other side, because he can't see the grass in front of him right now. He can't see. That's the thing. When I was talking about short term, long terms, right? He is trying to look long term, but he can't because he's looking short term. But he's not looking short term. That's the complex here. There's a paradox. He's trying to look long term. He has it in him to look long term, but he's not doing it because he's also forgetting to look short term, and in that case he's looking short term without looking long term. Paradox, because he is in the present right now. He's constantly living day to day. He has someone here in front of them, rather than seeing the short term, rather than being in the present moment with this person. He is already ahead, saying, you know what, there's something better. So he forgets to see the grass that's here, that he can water, to have that long-term goal. So he's looking long-term without fostering his short-term goals. He's already over here. And that's not how you get there. You set your terms, your visions and all that long-term. And then you set that line, having it flexible, of course, to a certain degree, but that's it. But then you go back, and then you live here in the present moment, and then you see what it is that you have, and you allow that to foster, and there may not be completely grass, all green, but it may be a little different green, right? There are different forms of green. And then there may be a little brown patch there, then you try and water, you try and fix, you live in that, right? But this is like jumping over the fence, trying to get there. It's a paradox. The emotions are very murky here for him. This ocean that's around him. He does have very deep emotions, actually. Of course he does. He's just protecting them. He may lack the language here to access those emotions. He can't access his feminine energy. He may not trust his own intuition. He doesn't trust it. He may actually be denying his emotions, going back to the other reading, denying them. Maybe this denial of emotions is him. Maybe it's him that's denying his emotions. And that's his dark side. And then he becomes susceptible to engage into a teamwork where it's all about the money, or a partnership here. I keep seeing 3 of Pentacles there, right? Oh my god, 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. He is just not opening up. He is stuck in his childhood here to a certain degree. Alright, so what message does Spirit have to this guy? Or why he shows up is because he doesn't want to see the emotions. No, what is the significance of this, guys, for all of these readings that's been conducted? What's the significance of him? 10 of Wands in the reverse, 3 of Cups in the reverse, and the 5 of Swords. Well, that's lovely. And the Devil, there we have it. And the free. It's always the fucking freeze. Why is he going to do this? He's a jerk. Sorry. He is, no matter what I try to get at, every time I try to get into this energy of saying, you know, it is there, I see it, he blocks it. I don't know him, by the way. Personally, I don't know this guy. Not like this. I don't know this guy like this. Not that I know of. Starborn. He's a shapeshifter. That's the fish. He's this goal. He gotta find out what the hell it is that he wants. What the hell does he want? Because he's shifting the entire time. He is. He is about to come into his path, which has this Emperor about him, right? For some of you guys, this is if you have the fourth, as if you do numerology or path and all that, and you have the fourth, this might be the fourth or the lesson of the Emperor, right? Which is something about not always being so dictatorial or so all about the boxes. The lesson there maybe, you know, come into more of the emotional, the creativity here. But he is coming into the path here. Unfortunately, the way I see it happening is by engaging with something very toxic. Third party situation going on here. It may be that he is deciding to let go of something here where there was conflict, where there was shaming, where there was mind games, or they are mind games. Also his own mind games. He is susceptible to playing mind games, to put his own needs first, because that's what he needs to do in order to survive. He puts his needs first, and then he forgets that he's not particularly, he's not compassionate. He has it within him, but he puts his own needs first, and he's doing it out of survival. Unfortunately, it makes him a prick, because that means he has the capacity here of running over people if they go against him, and he will do so coldly. No heart space, no sympathy. And that's not the Emperor. He's not doing it because of a power trip though, he's doing it because he's surviving. But he will come off as the worst of the worst to the people he does this to. He's about the money, the money, the money, the money, the money, the money. What's gonna happen here? A new life and milk and honey. Where do I get he's gonna run into someone? I bloody hell hope. See, if this guy here runs into his Empress, right? She's gonna call this shit out. And that's where he probably becomes the Emperor, right? I keep getting that he may actually be involved with someone right now who is the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Someone very superficial. And that person is possibly supporting this lifestyle. But let's see. By being all about the money, it's like, I don't give a fuck about emotions as long as you give me the money. You can be a prick, and probably even she may even sit there and support it. Gossip. Queen of Pentacles is not particularly nice. Queen of Pentacles in reverse is not nice. We have, not brief, we have 39, 29, 39. I still have 10 minutes more to go. New life is birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. When spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt around and in your in your very core. Oh my god. Blossom bursts from trees overnight. Birds return home and sing their glorious song. Is this guy about to fall in love or what? A glorious song. And nature is full of promise. What's going on? My heart is like, this is insane. What I'm feeling like, you know what? It's like, it basically feels like a stone heart wakening up. And nature is full of promise. Miracles beckons on all of us. Sorry, this is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. Sorry, all is well in your world and you have the energy to be renewed. Allow your heart to be filled with enthusiasm and let light shine, for this is a good time of fortune. I keep getting like, no. Sorry, stop it. Make it stop. Anyway, new energy enters new old relationships, and new relationships are bursting with sweetness and vibrancy only encountered when winter gives way to spring. You have every reason to be optimistic now. Things seem to fall into blah blah blah. Alright. You must acknowledge your inexperience and gently allow yourself to be the delicate new bud opening. It's okay to admit that you may not know something. You are at the beginning of things and haven't yet hit your stride. Be immersed in the newness of it all and don't try to rush the learning process. New life has its own timetable for maturity. Be here now. Life loves you. I'm very curious as to maybe this guy here is some energy that's going to align with the stalker readings I'm doing right now, because the stalker readings, he is there, right? But he is there as someone who is in a contract with someone who's seems to be all about the money and deceptive and lying and all of that, or just not have a lot of authenticity. And then I have the stalker readings on the. Remember that plays out underneath the deck, right? And then we have what's on the table. There we have more of a something else going on. I don't know if this ties up to this. I don't know. It could be that we are again in one of those clashing of energies. They have happened before in these readings where I pick up on energies aligning. I think last time was autumn or something like that. Do we have anything else? What's gonna happen here for this guy? What's gonna happen here for this guy? Six of Wands. Knight of Cups. Three of Swords in the reverse. She's gonna be very victorious. Where is he coming from? King of Pentacles in the reverse. Ace of Wands. He is coming from. I'm so right. Set 45, right? I don't know if I can do it in. I will do. He's coming from this state that I just been through, right? Not a lot of inspiration, by the way. Why is there not a lot of inspiration for this guy? Is because he's stuck in the same routine. He can't access his creativity when he is in this boxed mentality. What's gonna happen is that there's gonna be a new life here. Someone I don't know if this is him or him giving an offer here that's gonna bring him out of sadness. He's gonna fall in love again. I get he's gonna fall in love again. Who is coming towards this person? Oh, he's gotta be patient. Someone coming out of a somewhat negative situation. They are starting to see the light again. They have just closed out a cycle. And a soulmate, a peaceful soulmate, a very mature soulmate. This is divine partner, because Temperance and the World, when they show up together, this is the second marriage. This is people who are. This is a person who is very mature. They are not drama. these two energies together, they are indicate no drama. They indicate calmness. It's a very calm energy. It's the kind of energy you kind of want to settle down with. Let me be honest with you, because this is not a drama queen. This is someone that's good. Wifey material, mother material, probably. That's what he's. Or I don't know. Whatever gender he's into, I don't know. Doesn't matter. But it does come here with 10 of Swords, right? So it's a person that's probably also coming out of an ending here. I see a lot of going back here. He needs to go back. Meaning that he needs to go back and revisit his root chakra here before this can happen. He's not probably ever going to be one that speaks a lot about his emotions. Probably not. It will take a long time for him to learn that. He will always be who he is. But he's got to learn how to be in relationships. Let's get the last ones here. Soul lesson for this guy. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Good luck. And loneliness. I know that I'm not alone. He unfortunately has a tendency to... He needs people. He doesn't like to be alone, by the way. He doesn't like to be alone, so he has people around him. He is what I call a user of people, because he doesn't like to be alone. He doesn't understand the concept of being alone, so he will use people to make him feel on the inside. He's a prick, as I said, he's an idiot. Here we have Earth Magic, his root chakra. And we have Great and Full. He needs to learn that he is enough on his own and to let go of any sense of loneliness, the sense of being lonely. Loneliness comes from being around with the wrong people. And surrender, by the way, also to the touch. And accept diversity in people. And no one's perfect, right? Communication is key. He's probably got to learn how to communicate better. And we have a time to breathe out. But first he needs this time to heal himself. Great and Full. Yes, I will read those and then we're done, okay? Let's start with the Great and Full. The mindful practice of gratitude and knowing that you are enough, and committing your intentions of self or sufficiency and letting go to attachment of form. That's for him. Before you can begin to understand the processing of manifesting your desires, you need to practice deep gratitude and the willingness to share that with others. He doesn't share, that's the thing. This is the nature of prosperity. It's not about the things you accumulate, it's about how you feel. But he's in denial of his emotions, right? You are invited to surrender to an important truth. There's always enough for you. He's going to struggle with that. There's enough time to do the things you need to do, and then things you need and desire to do, enough opportunities to express your talents and connect to your purpose, and enough magic circulating around through the invisible world to the visible. Begin your day immersed in gratitude for everything you have and everything you can't see, the unmanifest, which begins with every breath you take. Know that you are enough, and all your needs are being fulfilled, even if you doubt this in some moments. No success can make you feel small, and comparing yourself to others never works. Your life is brimming with unique potential. Focus on that. He does have this comparing himself with others. That's again the root here. He doesn't feel as though he's enough. He needs more and more and more. Comparing himself with others. Social comparison. Or comparison, right? Social comparison, I think. When he becomes starting to feel this gratitude, it will act as a magical open sesame to the floodgates of abundance. And couple that with a playful sense of detachment, and you will find that miracles have an uncanny way of showing up in your life. Yeah, he's doing this in the wrong way. He's detaching, believing that's enough. He is a go with the flow in the wrong way. He doesn't feel as though he has enough. And he's attached to a particular way things may have to look. It has to look in a particular way, and he's not going to find it unless he learns this. He takes a step out here, he breathes a little bit, and he relaxes and let things actually flow. He may be Mr. Go with the flow, but Mr. Go with the flow in a way where he's not going with the flow because he's attached to a form. And if it doesn't come in this form, it's the wrong form, and therefore it cannot work. That's his attachment. That's something he's got to work with. That's what makes him superficial. That was what makes his heart closed. Some of you people, guys, you know this person. Some of you may say, this is my person, we are supposed to date, we're supposed to do this and that. I don't care. Sorry, guys. I'm just picking up on an energy, and as I said, this can apply. I have seen this for many men. Of course, it can also be. I'm actually picking up on it being a woman as well. No, because that woman, I don't want to deal with that woman. She's annoying. I got her energies as well. That's the one he's dealing with right now. She's extremely superficial. My God, is she superficial. She may pretend to say that she is more than that. I'm feel as though I'm bitching here, but I get her energies. And she is... It's a difficult energy for me to understand. The person wouldn't like me. Let's say like that. Meaning that if they met me, they would, this girl, this woman, whoever they are, they would bitch about me. Because I would probably be too... The person wouldn't understand me because the person would be too superficial. And I'm not superficial. People don't like me. Sorry. Let me see this disseminating moon if I can find it. We are above 45, I know, but I can't find it. Oh no, I felt like I sounded like an idiot there. Superficial people don't like me. They don't, because we have nothing in common. Some people, they just... No, it's not that I don't like. Some don't... I don't know why people don't like me. Some people... Oh, yeah, I know I scare them, but... And some people, we just don't have nothing in common. The intensity of the full moon has abated, and what are we left with? That's what this card is asking you. It suggests that the situation you're asking about has now peaked, and it's time for you to regroup and learn from your experiences rather than blindly forging ahead. Have faith that what is happening is for the best. Try to accept the way things are now and give yourself and others time to relax. Breathe. We can't all be on time all the time. If you feel you hit an obstacle or even failed in some way, now is time to reflect on how to do things differently next time. Be honest with yourself if you feel bad about your situation, and then remind yourself that life goes in circles. I am where I am, and that's okay. You should know where you stand either now or very soon. You need to take some time for your own good now. And it's time for you to share your wisdom and experience with someone else and avoid falling into a slum. Oh God, I could continue with this reading here. I can continue with this reading because this guy is commonly... I know this guy. I know this. He's someone that's misunderstood, and I have also sat in readings that are very quick readings, those 15-minute or 10-minute readings, and bashed this guy. No doubt about it. Called him an idiot, because he is an idiot. He's not someone that's... When he's in these low energies, he's not fun to date. Even if he's all kind, he's not fun to date because he's superficial. And why is he superficial? Because he got his own issues. But the good news is I get this as someone here that's on the maturity level. Alright? He's on the maturity level. But communication is going to be key. New moon in Gemini. We are in Gemini season. He's got to learn to communicate. It's got the vulnerability is also a challenge here for him. He's really challenged. But this is his journey. This is his. This is not for anyone else to try and even get... Oh, his envy. God damn it. Oh. Alright, let me just ask one last. Sorry, I know I'm over time, but you know what? Fuck it. What is going to be his trigger here? What's gonna trigger this? The sun. And a door to romance. Oh, he's gonna fall in love. Ugh. Oh god. He's gonna fall in love. How? The second chakra, that's good. He's gonna meet that woman there. Or man or whatever. And this is her. That's the woman. She's not the woman holding a coin, she's the thinking woman. She's the one with the book. She has a lot of books and a butterfly. Should we look into her? Why not? Oh god. Alright, I have things to do and then we're gonna look into her. Because why not? Yeah, this is going to... Oh my god, look at these two. Look at him. What did I call him? Fabio? Does she look like she will deal with Fabio? Look at her. Alright, focus. Focus. I wish him the best of luck. Right, we're gonna look into her. I got some things I gotta work on here, and then we're looking into that door of romance where we have the sun here. Maybe he will see her sitting on a beach reading a book. This woman has books. Oh. And she's in her head. Okay, she has issues too. That's it. We will look into it. I will see you in a minute. Ciao.